The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, everyone. This is Sarah from Passport Online, and we are so excited to have Krista from Exodus Adventure Travels with us. She's going to talk about their brand and all of the things that you did not know. So we'll turn it over to her.
Great, thank you so much. Hi, everyone. My name is Krista from Exodus Adventure Travels, and just here to tell you a little about who we are and why you should choose Exodus for your next adventure clients. So we have been around for 50 years. This year is our 50th anniversary. And we are, of course, well known in the industry through our awards. We have won a number of different awards, including National Geographic's Best Operator, awards from USA Today, Condé Nast, USA Today, and also Wanderlust magazine. They're all listed on our website if you'd like to learn more about the awards we've received in the last few years. And a little video to get you started.
This is where the adventure begins.
So that's us in a nutshell. And just to show you our North American team, we've got a few BDMs that cover North America. They've in the East Coast, we've got Wendy Mills. She covers the Eastern Canada and territory. I'm Krista. I cover Central Canada, so Ontario and Manitoba. We've got Reno in the West. He looks after Western USA and Western Canada. And then we've got Cass. She is industry support. She's the one that pays your commissions. And if you email our general email box there on the screen, she is likely the one that will be getting back to you there. If you are not familiar with our agent discounts, in your first time booking with Exodus, you will start to earn our agent discount, which is 50% off travel for yourself. So you'll automatically join the collective after your first booking, after you place your first deposit. You will start as a Globetrotter with 50% discount. And once you book a collective 30 passengers, you'll move up to being a pioneer, and you'll receive 70% off all of our packages for yourself. You can also bring a companion with you for 30% off. So when you are booking with us, this booking incentive does last 18 months from your most recent booking. So as long as you're booking with us every 18 months, your collective status will remain, and you'll be able to earn 50% off your own personal travel as many times as you'd like to travel. Now, we are small group adventures, so our groups are a size of roughly 8 to 16 passengers. You'll be with other travelers that are obviously looking for the same type of travel that you are, and you'll have an expert guide with you the entire time from day one until the day your package finishes. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. We are also B Corp certified. If you've never seen this logo, maybe you have seen this logo, but you don't know what it is. B Corp certification essentially means that as a company, we demonstrate being socially responsible and environmentally responsible, and also being accountable to the public as a company and what we do. This is a very difficult certification to obtain, so we're very proud of it, and we're very honored to have this badge under our name. So a little bit about our demographics. If you are looking into selling Exodus, our average age for our customers is 60. We are roughly 60% female travelers, 40% male travelers. And we're also roughly 50% solo travelers. So we have a huge solo clientele. If you have solo clients looking to travel and they want to travel in a group and they're not quite sure where they want to go or how they want to travel, Exodus is a really great option for them. About 50% of our travelers on any given trip are going solo, and you do have the option for them to have a single room and pay a small single supplement, or to do a twin share with another traveler. So a great option for your solo clients that want to travel in a group setting. Now we have 8 different trip categories. So these are our trip types. We've got walking and hiking, we've got cycling, we've got wildlife, we've got culture tours, then we've also got family tours, mixed activity tours, winter tours, so those are anything cold that, you know, dog sledding and things like that. And then we've got polar adventures as well. So lots of different trip types to choose from. The 4 along the top are our main trip types. So most of the trips that we offer are going to fall into those 4 buckets: our walking and hiking, our cycling, wildlife, and culture trips. Now we do have expert leaders, as I mentioned, on all of our trips, and our leaders are from our destinations. So when you are traveling to Italy, you're going to have an Italian leader. If you're traveling to Japan, you're going to have a Japanese leader. So our leaders come from our destinations, which we feel is very important. It allows you to have the most authentic experience, and our leaders know the country best. They are going to know about the culture, the food, the you know, currency, safety, all of those things that are really important for you to know. Those guides will know for you because they are from that destination. So I hope that gave you a little feel into who our leaders are and why we choose local leaders that have just the most expertise of their destination. So on each trip page on our website, you're going to find, you see circled in red there, an activity level that's noted along the top. And this helps you see how this trip is rated, what we consider it on an activity scale. In this case, we've rated this particular trip a level 4 out of 7, which means it's a moderate to challenging itinerary. So you can click on activity level there, which is underlined, and that will bring you to a further page that breaks down this activity level in detail. Now, for example, our hiking trips are assigned an activity level between 1 and 7. Our cycling trips are rated on an activity level between 1 and 5. So each category does have its own activity level. So you do want to check into those when you're selling a trip with us to make sure that that activity level fits that particular client. We also have next to activity level, you'll see comfort level. So we have 4 different levels of accommodation, and this will tell you what comfort level this trip, the majority of the accommodation, is based on. So let's just take a quick look at accommodation levels. We've got simple. This would be the first out of 4 categories. Now, simple is something like tenting, very modest accommodation, or for example, if you're doing Everest Base Camp, you'd be staying in tea houses. So this is the type of accommodation here we call simple. The other accommodation that may be simple is small guest houses that do not have an ensuite. So if there's shared bathroom facilities, that would automatically be rated as simple. Then we go up to classic. A lot of our accommodation is in the classic category. This is typically 3 to 3.5 star hotels and resorts. The star ratings do vary from country to country, but we do try and keep the standards same for how we rate the accommodations. All of our classic accommodations are going to be rooms with en-suites. They'll be comfortable and charming and very comfortable for your stay with us. Then moving up to our superior accommodation, these are a little bit superior to our previous category. They're around 4-star, roughly. These categories are rated, and they have a little more amenities than the last category does. So perhaps more restaurants, a swimming pool, lots of different features at the resort to offer. And then we've got premium, and our premium is going to be your 4.5 to 5-star, your luxury hotels and resorts. So these are going to be found on our premium category trips. So on your other category trips, you will find the first 3 categories, and on our premium level trips, you'll find resorts in this premium and superior category only. So again, our accommodations are always going to be comfortable, clean, and authentic. This is actually a picture of one of our accommodations in Spain. This is located just in the Costa Brava area, not far from Barcelona. And again, most hotels do fall into that 3, 3.5 to 4-star category. And then you've got those premium accommodations on our premium adventures for your 4 and 5-star clients. Now, a fun statistic that I love to tell people is that 92% of our accommodation is locally owned. So it's really important for us that we are choosing local owned accommodation, ensuring we are improving life through travel. We're not leaving, anywhere in a negative state, but we're supporting the economy where we're traveling through, and we love supporting the people who provide our accommodation and services in the destinations. Now, fitness levels, we kind of briefly touched on a couple slides ago. Now, every trip that we have is assigned a fitness level or an activity level, and we want to make sure our customers are comfortable with the fitness level they are choosing. Everyone has different physical fitness preferences, abilities, and we want to make sure that your client is right to the match to the right fitness level. So all of our trips are very carefully evaluated and assigned a rating that fits the trip. We do change these occasionally, so it is good to check those even if you are familiar with a tour. And you'll see on our trip pages on our website, we break down every day as well. So not only the trip as a whole, but every single day we break down the kilometers or the miles that you'll be walking, what type of terrain you'll be taking, if it's paved roads, if it's gravel trails. In this case here, it's a low altitude pathways, but lots of steps, and here's the miles and kilometers you'd be taking every day. So we really like to break this down for the customers so they're knowing exactly what they're going to be expecting each day of that trip in advance. No surprises. We don't want unpleasant surprises in destinations, so we make sure we provide this in advance so that your customers are very well informed on the type of trip they are booking into. Now, just to look at a few examples of some of our top trips, our #1 walking hiking trip is walking the Amalfi Coast. You can see the beautiful views there. This trip is a 3 out of 7. So remember, we talked about hiking. We have 7 different levels of walking and hiking trips. This is considered a level 3. So a level 1 would be very leisurely. A level 2 would be somewhere between easy and moderate. And this would be considered a moderate activity level. So there is some altitude, maybe some uneven paths, and some, definite types of hiking involved in this one. This one is nice though. It's a center-based holiday, so you stay in one spot for the entire duration of the trip. So once you arrive, you will be staying at one hotel for the entire duration of this trip. And the hotel that we use here is a favorite of ours. We've been using this hotel for dozens of years. It's a family-owned property, and they take very, very good care of our customers. So each day you can see those little dots. All those little dots are places that we'll be visiting each day, but we will take you out to those places by vehicle, so you can start all your walks on a fresh day. No hiking involved from the hotel. We take you out by a vehicle to start your day of walking. One of our top cycling trips is cycling Croatia's Dalmatian coast. So this is beautiful, a beautiful route over the coast of Croatia through the islands. So not just on the mainland, but cycles through the islands. So there are some ferries that you take in between the islands. That's all taken care of. All the logistics are handled by our team. You just go enjoy the ride. It's 4 full days of cycling, mostly on paved roads, 10% gravel roads. On all of our cycling trips, with one exception, you can also upgrade to an e-bike for a small additional cost. So you'll see here the itinerary that we take. Now this trip is a more difficult one. It is rated on the higher end of our difficulty for our activity levels. This is for bikers who are very, very comfortable on their bike, can do long days of cycling. But there you go, you can see the itinerary there through the islands off the coast of Croatia. And one of our most popular hiking trips is our Mont Blanc highlights. So Mont Blanc here, you can see in the little video on the right, one of my colleagues actually took this video herself when she was on this trip. And this is a trip that takes you to the Mont Blanc region. You stay in France and you hike through France as well as Italy. And if luck follows you, you'll get a chance to touch the border of Switzerland as well. So you'll be staying in a comfortable chalet for the duration of this trip. Again, it's center-based. So once you arrive, you stay in one hotel for the duration of the trip, and we take you out to all your day hikes. So most of the hikes are going to be in France, with one in Italy, and then depending on the time of the year, sometimes you will hike a little bit into Switzerland as well. So here are the 3 accommodations that we have in this region. So you will be staying at one of those 3 chalets, all very beautiful, all have their perks, and some have a central base location, some have a beautiful outdoor jacuzzi, some have those better mountain views. So every single one has its own little wins, but these are the 3 that we use in this region for this particular trip. And here's your little map of where we'll be traveling to. So we stay in Chamonix, which is just kind of central to that map there on the left. We stay in Chamonix, and then you can see those tiny little dotted lines. Those are all your day trips. So you can see we've got 3 in France, we've got 1 in Italy there, and then 1 that does touch into Switzerland. It's 5 days of hiking, and then you have 1 free day as well to explore Chamonix, and then your days, your arrival and departure days as well that are free. Now, we talked about our accommodations and how we have premium accommodations, and we have a selection of premium adventures that are available to your customers that only want to stay in those premium accommodations. So looking at a couple of those, we've got a great trip that does Vietnam and Angkor, so Vietnam and Cambodia. It's a 14-day culture-based trip, and this culture-based trip is a level 1 on the activity level. So this is for people who want that kind of a little more easy pace, nothing too strenuous to handle on this trip. And you can see the itinerary there, starting in Hanoi, going into Ha Long Bay for a night to stay on a junk boat, heading down to Hoi An, then to the Mekong Delta in Saigon, and then up into Cambodia to Angkor and Siem Reap. And we want to take a look at the accommodation, of course, because we know this is this premium accommodation. So the top 3 pictures there are on the junk boat in Ha Long Bay. I have done one of these myself. It's absolutely charming, beautiful little authentic accommodation on there. Lots of wood interior and decor, and the food on this boat is incredible. Then you've got on the bottom left picture, that is our accommodation in Hoi An. And the bottom 2 pictures, the center and the right-hand side on the bottom, those are our accommodations in Cambodia. And our other premium adventure I want to show you is Treasures of Morocco. This has a fabulous, fabulous itinerary, one that you won't want to miss. And if you are considering doing Morocco in style, this is a really great option. So lots of different places you'll see. It does really take you for a whole long tour of Morocco, not just in the cities. It does take you into the desert as well. You'll stay a couple nights in a riad. We'll stay in a Casbah style hotel in the desert as well. And here you can see the itinerary. We've got from Casablanca up to Fez, into the desert, through the Atlas Mountains, and ending in the city of Marrakesh. So you get everything from the ocean all the way to the deserts, the mountains, the city. It's a really best of the best of Morocco. If you are interested in private groups with Exodus, that is something that we definitely offer. I would encourage you to reach out to your BDM, and we can definitely get you set up with information on how to book private groups with us. It's as easy as filling out a quick informational form with the trip that you're interested in. Our team will then get you a rate for that group, and your groups can be any size. Typically, we like to base them for best price between 12, 14, 16 people, but you can do a private group of any size. Now, your other option is to book into an existing group space with a smaller group, so it's not completely private, but your group would be a part of a larger group. So that is an option as well. But reach out to your BDM if you're interested. We'd love to help you with that. Making a booking is very simple with us. I would suggest calling our reservations team. Our reservations team are experts in these destinations. They have been with us for a very long time. They are all very knowledgeable on our product. So I would encourage you to give us a call through our reservations team. They will be able to answer any questions that you might have and also secure the booking for you. Now, if you do any email promoting or social media marketing, there is something we can do to help you with that as well. If you scan this QR code, it's going to take you to a website that has some mini guides, mini brochures that you can actually customize with your information, your agency details, with your phone number, with your email address. And once you customize it, you can then send out that mini guide to your customers. And when your customers are interested in something in that little mini guide, they get directed back to you instead of to our website, because we want all that business coming back to you when your customers are interested. So you can customize these little guides. There's about a dozen of them. You can send them out through email. You can send them out through social media. You can send them one-on-one to a client as well. But these are a great little tool to use to get some exposure, especially through social media. We also have a Facebook group. This is where we keep all of our agent exclusive information. This is for travel agents only. And if you'd like to join our travel agent Facebook group, you can either scan the QR code or go to Facebook and search Exodus Agent Collective. And that's where you'll find all the new information about sales and incentives and new trips and FAMs and any other offers that are coming into the market. Again, we talked about travel agent discounts. I just don't want you to forget that we give you 50% off our trips after your first booking with Exodus. And very last but not least, this is a new promotion that we've got. It just started a few weeks ago. And what it is anytime you book a new Exodus reservation for a client, they're going to receive a complimentary Priority Pass membership plus 2 complimentary lounge visits. So the Priority Pass membership is at a cost normally if you were to purchase a membership. And then every time you stay at a Priority Pass lounge or have access to a Priority Pass lounge, it does cost you every time you enter the lounge. So with this free offer that we're giving you through Exodus, your customers that are booking in North America for any one of our trips is going to receive the free Priority Pass membership plus 2 complimentary lounge visits. It's a value of, depending if you're looking in Canadian or American, you're looking around $150 to $200 in value in that pass. So that is a nice little added benefit for your customers to start their vacation in style. They can use one of their lounges on the way out. They can use one of their lounges on the way in. This is available at over 1,600 airports through the world. So It's available on nearly every single one of our destinations that we offer, a nice little added benefit for booking with us. So that's it. If you do have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to your BDM. You can also email the email address on the screen there, agents@exodustravels.com, and your inquiry will be directed to one of the BDMs or Cass, who is our agency support. And we'd love to help you out with any questions you might have. So I'll turn it back over to you, Sarah.
Perfect. That was so interesting. And now I'm going to have to go browse around because so many of those trips sound so cool that I'm sure there's probably 10 of them that I would love to go on. So I know where my afternoon is going to be spent. All right, I am going to pop that control over to me, and then I am going to show you guys how you can make Exodus Adventure Travels highly preferred in your system. Okay, perfect. So I am in my next site or vacation port. You'll have the same interface. So if I come over here to travel content and I click on content management, then I can go into suppliers by name, type in Exodus. And right now they are set as no preference. So I have a few options. I'm going to make them highly preferred, which means when anybody does a search where one of their offers would be returned, they're going to show up first. So that'll be a nice boost. These exciting trips out there. And then you can save your preference. If for some reason the way that your account is configured because of your consortia or host agency that you don't see them, super easy. Just send us an email and tell us that you want them added, and we are happy to pop that in there for you. And then you can go in and preference them. So I think that is all the kind of housekeeping that I had. If anybody has any questions, you can pop them into the questions section here. I do see that there's a question for if we have a booking integration within Passport Online products. Not yet, but it is definitely something that we can talk about in the future, getting that added. They are brand new in our network, so I'm sure we can work towards that. Ooh, here's another fun one. What's your favorite trip?
Ooh, good question. You know what? I am actually taking one of our Morocco trips in about 16 days. So I think that is probably going to be my favorite trip once I return. It's very similar itinerary to the one I just showed you, starting in Casablanca, into Fez, into the desert, into the mountains, ending in Morocco, in Marrakesh in Morocco. So I'm going to say in about 16 days, that's going to be my favorite one.
That one did look pretty cool. I want to go look at that a little bit more. So, and then the next one is, how does Exodus figure out what tours are more difficult versus easier? Is it just terrain, just length, both?
Yeah, it's based on a lot of criteria. We actually even take into consideration the time of year and the weather. So when we base these, we take our product experts are constantly in our destinations. They are doing these tours. They are experiencing for themselves. So a very, we want to make sure we have a very consistent rating level across all of our trips. And what I would suggest is when you're on our website, when you're on one of the trip pages, you'll see on the right-hand side of the trip page, it'll say trip notes. And if you click on trip notes, it is going to tell you the most detailed breakdown of every single day of that trip. That's where you're going to find the number of miles you're walking, what the terrain looks like day by day, even what to pack for specific days and what to bring, and also what the weather is like that time of the year. So we break down as much as we possibly can to give you a really comprehensive day-by-day look at the trip before you even book it. And we do sometimes adjust those ratings. So if we're getting a lot of feedback, this trip was too difficult, it was a little more difficult than I was expecting, our team does take that into consideration. And this year we did reevaluate and kind of look at those trip ratings. And we did adjust a few in accordance with what the reviews were. So it's something we look at on a regular basis.
Very nice. So a couple more here. What would be the difference between the winter and the polar trip types?
Yeah, so polar are your expedition type trips. So we partner with Cork. Cork is actually a sister brand under the company there's a big umbrella above us, and Cork is one of our sister companies. And so our polar trips are our expedition trips. So you'll see that those will be a partial land, partial expedition on a ship. And then the winter departures are more land activities that are winter. So think snowshoeing or dog sledding or those types of activities in the snow.
Or for people like me who want to go see the Northern Lights.
Yes, that's another one of our winter adventures.
All right. And then last one I've got right now is the single supplement available for all trips or just a select few?
Yeah, it's available on all of our trips. In some cases, there may be limited single supplement room available, but it is available on all of our trips because we do, as I mentioned, we cater to 50% solo travelers. So we always have to make sure we accommodate them as well. And our single supplements are very, very reasonable because, again, we have such a high number of solo passengers that travel with us. We like to keep those as reasonable as possible.
Fantastic. Well, this was really great. I learned a whole bunch that I didn't know. And, just like all of these webinars that I do, my list of fantasy trips that I'm planning in my head continues to grow longer and longer. I'm going to have to live to be about 100 to go on all of these. So, okay, if nobody has any other questions, I think we're good unless you had any parting words, Krista, or anything else you
No,
wanted to.
this is great. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to us. Your BDM is always there. Our team is always here for you, and you can always reach out to us by phone. The number is right on our website, so we're very easy to reach at all times.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And thank you everybody for attending. And again, we will post this on our website so you can go back and watch it again. If you had a question and vaguely remembered something from this and want to get some more details, it'll be there.
Okay, thanks so much, Sarah.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.